listening to The Voice, 17104.com.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's the show.
Oh my God.
It's the show. It's the show. Excuse me, Kenny Robb. It's the show. Hit it. Hey. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening in the United States of America? What's happening in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania? What's happening in D.C.? What's going on? Like I always say, I cannot control what happens on the street of New York, D.C., Chicago, or Baltimore, but I can always control what happens right here on Kenny's Corner. Man, we got something for y'all right now. Yes, sir. We got the one and only, the doctor, Eric Waters. Oh my goodness! Welcome, Eric. How you doing, man?
Very, very well, thank you.
All right, man. It's a pleasure having you on board, man.
I'm glad to be here, brother. No doubt about it.
I am super excited, man. You're my dude, man.
Thank you. You are my dude too.
Oh, boy, you do so much, man. In the community, out the community, you do it all, brother. So I'm good. Good. I'm good. Tressa said the DOC.
No one can do it better.
So listen.
Yes.
We're going to get right into it. We got two parts on this show. We're going to talk about what's going on with Kyrie Irving, and then we're going to talk about some relationship things. But let's get this Kyrie Irving thing out of the way. Sporting the team colors. Oh, Yankees. That's right, James. Kyrie Irving has gotten into some hot water. We know Kanye West got into some hot water with this. Oh yes, sir. The am I saying this right? Anti-Semitic comments. Right. And then Kyrie Irving posted a video with these anti-Semitic comments, and they're holding Kyrie's feet to the fire. I mean, they are asking him to donate $500,000 to, hey Jody, to a fund or corporation of his choosing, whole bunch of apologies, suspension, jump through hoops, jump on 1 foot, shoot the basketball with your left. I mean, they're asking you to do all these. They're asking you to do all these things. Now, he did apologize for the content, but now here's the thing. He didn't write it. He didn't even write it. It was a video or a movie. He liked it. He posted it. When did basketball players become the heartbeat of the community? When did that happen? He posted a video, and now he loses $500,000. He loses his Nike deal. Are you serious? See, this is just a fluff. It's a fluff because Brett Favre took $1 million through welfare fraud from the poor state of Mississippi, got caught. They didn't ask him to donate to no charity. They didn't ask him to give any money back. They didn't ask him to apologize. They didn't ask him to sing a song. They didn't ask him to do a Wrangler commercial for free. He did none of that. Now, there's a problem with this, America. There's a problem with this. Now, Eric, what do you think about this Kyrie Irving thing, man?
All right, I guess I'm I mean, this is kind of a broad subject.
It
I mean, it jumps into history, it
Yes.
jumps into religion, it jumps into reparations, it
Yes.
jumps into freedoms. I mean, we're crossing a lot of in a lot of different waters here. No pun intended. But with that being said, I'll ask you a question. In what
Yes, sir.
context are you asking? How I reacted to it?
No. How are you reacting to in terms of the question of why are they putting this much weight on a power forward?
I mean, he's an easy target. I mean, he's not a
He's-
billionaire. You
Right.
know, I mean, he's an entertainer. He's a
He's an entertainer.
basketball star.
Right.
I mean, I watch him strictly for ball. I mean, I don't
Right.
care what his religious outtake is, as long as he's not physically harming anyone. I just want to see him go out and lose to the Sixers. That's really my whole goal for him this year. Outside of that, people say crazy things all day long and come out the pocket with it. And we live in a world of snippets and sound bites and TikTok 20-second, and that becomes a way to define someone. I think one of the issues with a Kanye West, with a Kyrie Irving, is that they are outspoken, or in some ways their actions speak louder than their words. And
Right.
that throws people off because these cats will go out and just do some, I mean, like,
Yeah.
but they won't explain necessarily why. So it kind of leaves the public baffled as to what is the true intent, and are you really trying to impact anything, or are you just talking like people talk on an everyday basis? And I know neither of the brothers, so I can't really even speak to it. He probably didn't even really think it was a big deal. I mean,
Well, I don't know if he thought it was, I didn't think he would think it was going to go this far.
right.
But I think where his principles come in is when they said, take it down.
Right.
And I think then he said, whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on. You ain't asked nobody to take nothing down.
I agree. There obviously needed to be a behind the scenes, behind closed doors, much larger conversation.
Exactly.
Diplomacy.
Exactly.
Because what's happening now, and we talk about influencers and social media, we'll go back to Kanye. Adidas looks at their website or their IG page, and 1 million people say, get rid of Kanye.
Right.
So they knee-jerk react and like, oh, we got to get rid of his brother, even though he's made them more money than they made on their own in the last 10 years.
Right.
So did the public pressure cause them to bend? Should there have been a larger conversation? Does Kanye even really care? I mean, what's the difference between 2 billion and 1 billion?
Right.
When you're 50 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure he even cares. But he's more about the integrity of his product, his art. So we understand that on his aspect. But with Kyrie Irving, I mean, he's just a live wire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. And like you said, I'm not sure he even thought it was going to go that far. But it got grabbed.
Yeah.
I
think his principle. I think it was his principle that made it go this far.
Because acting out on the part of management, ownership, whether they be Jewish or not, or taking offense.
Yeah.
It was part of a larger conversation. He came out publicly instantly, like, okay, 5 games, no pay, and we want you to do these 6 things, like he's in detention. You know what I mean? You can't leave detention.
Right.
I mean, he's a grown man. I mean, he's a multi-millionaire, I mean, he's got enough to walk away from the game and own a car dealership and just say to hell with it all.
Right.
And if that's what they're trying to do is punk the brother. I mean, I don't think Kyrie can be punked because he's not in that space.
He's not in that space. It's he ain't even right. So, this internet, this social media, Justin Witt said people worry too much about celebrities' opinions. Get your own house in order. That's what matters. Hey,
agreed.
Hey, good. I agree, Justin. I agree. Get your own house in order. Worry about yours. I think social media has become the new Rome. People were Rome. When the crowd screamed blood, they got blood. When the crowd screamed mercy, they got mercy. And so now the internet, social media is pushing people to make certain decisions. They're pushing people to I have to act, or I may lose this, that, and the third. Now, I think Adidas has cut their nose off to spite their face.
I agree.
With Kanye. Because like you said, Kanye has made Adidas has not made major money since Run DMC.
Oh my God, right?
Listen to me.
Right?
And now, here's the thing with Run DMC. Run DMC made a song called My Adidas because that's what they like to wear. They made the song just to make the song. They didn't even check with Adidas. They just made the song because that's what they wore. Now, Adidas says, whoa, we can really get some money off of this. Then they hooked up with the contract and all that. So they haven't made nothing since 1986.
40, well, almost 40 years.
I mean, they still got the sweatsuits on. You got they're still making sun visors.
Right. And I mean, if you look at Adidas clothing and how it's morphed over the last probably half a decade, it looks like Kanye West made it.
It looks like Kanye West made it. That's right.
The sneakers look like Kanye West shoes. They look like early Yeezys. You know what I'm saying? So they do. The puffy coats for winter, that looks like some spacesuit shit that
That's right. So listen, let's do this. How about let's support Kanye? Let's go ahead and get it anyway. Because he's going to do it on his own. He doesn't need them to put his shoe deal out.
And I think that's part of the issue is that on one hand with social media, it's causing people to act uncivilized because it's a new civilization. So there are no parameters or of what is appropriate. It's like I can do and say whatever I want. I will make a video of me burning my own house down and you'll all watch it.
And you will watch it.
And you'll watch it and clap for me and I'll make $1 million and build another house. But that's how crazy it is.
They got videos. You talking about a trend? You can make a video and get 1,000 views by letting someone watch you eat.
Right. Yeah.
Eat.
And on one hand, for people that have like self-esteem and want to feel part of something, if social media is your identity and how it helps you kind of come out of a shell, but at the same time, too, you got to take it for what it is. I mean, I have almost 5,000 friends on Facebook. I mean, my FB is loaded, bro.
Yeah.
But I probably only really have met 10% of the people. The other 90% are people that know me through somebody else.
And you don't know them.
Or they're educators or business owners. I probably never even shook their hand or something. I walk right by them at Giant.
Hey, we're Facebook friends, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, you're my Facebook friend, but I'm sitting right next to you. So therefore, you are my real life friend. So I think people are getting confused, and people who feel as though they live in a life of infamy now, they feel like they're famous. I mean, who doesn't want to feel famous? And so for some people that have like low self-esteem and some issues, this type of platform, they love it, man. It's what they do all day. They're like, oh my God, someone liked the fact that I ate a banana today. Like, okay, so what?
Well, you know why it's so strange to you and I here. Tressa said, sounds like you, Kenny, because we've been in the limelight. We've had our moment.
Right.
Like they say everybody has 15 minutes of fame. Well, I've had 15 minutes and I had another 15 minutes.
I took 20.
And I had another 15 minutes.
I
had another 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so there are some people just still waiting on their 15 minutes. And I'm like, yo, you can have 2 of mine. I ain't used in a while.
I'll tell you you're famous if you just stop bothering everybody. And we can just be done with it.
Yes, 717-889-7181. 717-889-7181. Is Kyrie Irving getting the shaft? Is he being treated unfairly? There was a politician that did the white face. He didn't have to give up no money. Listen, what about the guy, the owner that said the N-word? What they did, they removed him from being the owner of the team, but he still keeps his billions.
Who, the Clippers?
Yeah. Nothing really happened to him. Okay, so I ain't the owner. Okay, so what? I can still come to the game, right? You know,
right.
You know what I mean? You didn't do nothing to him. But I'm telling you, it's this good old boy system.
And that's and I look at this as a unique platform, what you're doing here.
Mhm.
And so we already know the stories, man.
Yes.
I mean, if you're intelligent enough to be viewing this or subscribing to what Kenny Robb is rapping to you about right now, I would hope you understand some level of history and how this works. I mean, I know white people, they don't want to talk about race for nothing.
No.
But I get it. I mean, everybody knows what it is. And I know black people that don't want to talk about it because it makes them sick to talk about
Makes
it.
them sick.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But I think some black people don't want to hear about it because they don't know about it.
right. But it's the best story ever,
Yeah.
ever heard.
Justin Witt said Brett Favre didn't apologize. No, he didn't apologize, nor was even made to apologize. He wasn't even made to apologize.
And I guess I asked that question. What do we mean make? I mean, I think Kyrie apologized,
But that wasn't good enough.
well, and I mean, he did it because it's what everybody does now. If I offend someone on this show, God forbid, Kenny, your inbox is going to blow up. And you'll be like, yo, E, you got to like calm them down because you said 4 words that almost made them jump off a bridge. Now I'm the suspect, dude. Like, control your own behaviors, man.
Right. Control your own behavior.
And when yours large, when you have $100 million contract, I mean, 20 years ago, $1 million was a lot of money. Now we're talking billions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're big money, which means you're on display.
Yes.
Like for example, I was thinking about this on the way over. If you check out my Facebook page, Doc Waters, DOCWATERS.
Give it to him.
I put a couple posts up today concerning Kyrie.
Yes, I seen that.
And I put up another one just talking about growing up with Jewish kids.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they're not devils and all kinds of stuff that people are talking about. I mean, I'm sure there's some bad Jewish dudes. Hell, I know some bad black dudes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't rap on generalizations like that. I can just only go with the people I walk down the street with. So with that being said, with all of this and social media and all, we don't know the real story. Like I tell a very close friend of mine, there's always a backstory.
Yeah.
That's the one that comes out later, and that's the one that no one talks about
At all.
Like, what if let's just say, hypothetically, something happens where Kyrie is like cleared, like he didn't really even do anything. You won't hear anything about it. No one will say, oh, we made a mistake.
Nope.
Bro. We charged you, public opinion, guilty, 100 years.
Won't.
Yeah, no one will say, oh, you're cool with
Won't
me.
say.
And Nike reinstituted his
Right.
oh, have Kanye make his sneakers. It'll be, there you go. There's a business.
There's a business. Right.
You know what I mean?
There's a business.
There you go. It'll be his first big signing.
But that article that blog that you wrote on your page.
Damn, it was that long.
It was long. It was long, but I was enjoying it. But when you talked about, I got Jewish friends, I got white friends, got black friends, and I started thinking about it. And I said, well, yeah, I do too. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you judge people by the marriage that they bring to you,
Right.
And so when we talk about anti-Semitic, I think it's the new word.
And there'll be another new word.
Right,
There'll be another new word next week. At least we're building people's vocabulary and understanding of the English language. So maybe there'll be a teachable moment within that.
Because it was, remember the YouTube Me Too movement?
Yeah. Hashtag
Me Too.
Right.
And so I can go as far back as MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was the new thing. Everything's the new thing.
Right. Say no to drugs.
Right. And so
everybody starts smoking
right,
crack.
say no to drugs, everybody starts smoking crack, right. The war on drugs. You don't even hear nobody say that no more. The war on drugs. When last time I heard somebody say, it's the war on drugs? It's over. It's absolutely over. And so
I don't know if it ever kicked off.
Right. And now we have
Semitism.
anti-Semitism. So listen, Kyrie Irving Kanye actually said something. Kyrie didn't say a word.
Right.
He didn't say a word.
Made a post.
He just, I like the video, put it up there. He didn't say a word.
I think what's happening, once again, I'm going to bring up social media. There's so much exposure. Let's say black people who 10, 15, 20 years ago, pre-internet, pre-Facebook, pre-the gram, pre-TikTok, all that,
Free all that.
didn't have a voice.
Didn't have a voice.
Spoke knowledge, but didn't have a voice. Now everybody got a voice.
Everybody got a podcast.
Oh, and this is the the voice. So no pun intended.
No pun intended to the voice.
But now
no pun intended to the voice.
Everybody's famous. Everybody got a stage.
Man, listen, 717-889-7181. We are getting ready to switch gears. We are getting ready to go into the second part of the show. It's on relationships. Relationships is always a fun topic. So the question I posed on Facebook was, how long do you have to date somebody before you consider yourself in a relationship? 717-889-7181. It's a very subjective.
It's got to be. There's no other way it can be but that way. There, I'm leaving.
It's subjective. So people got their views. Mine. I think. First of all, you have to be on the same page.
Yeah, word.
Because I think there are more people that are in relationships with themselves. And when I say that, they may have a girlfriend or have a boyfriend, and the girlfriend or boyfriend may be in a relationship with them, but they're not necessarily in a relationship with you.
Imagine that. When you wake up to that reality.
That the person that you have been spending countless hours with aren't even on the same page as you. I mean, people go into relationships and they say, oh, this is working, we're good, and I'm sure we'll be married within a year. And the other person is saying, this is good, this is working, but I have no intentions of marrying this person. How do you get into a relationship when it's so far apart?
You can't. I mean, I guess you can.
You know you do.
That's
It
like,
happens so many
it's
times.
like having a celly you don't know, man. That's not how you want things to kind of roll out. I don't think.
I need y'all to call in on this one, man.
Lord.
717-889-7181. Eric, you trying to tell me that you ain't never been.
I don't even need to finish that sentence. Never.
You ain't never been in a relationship and ain't been.
What?
Somebody been in a relationship with you and you wasn't in a relationship with them.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I never confirmed it. Now, if they want to assume, see, that becomes the issue.
How long?
Communication is key, folks.
So how long is it before you get to that point where we're at the talk about dating? Because I don't think people want to talk about dating.
I think once again, we're using the word relationship, and that has potentially many meanings to many people. I mean, you got to look in the dictionary what it says. Now, let's say, for instance, I meet a woman, and this is a quick true story, so I'll make it brief. But I met a woman through a mutual friend at a local watering hole, 7 years ago.
Right.
6-7 years ago. When I met her, I greeted her. She greeted me. Is that the beginning of a relationship?
No, that's just it's acquaintance.
Now, I'm glad you answered that. Fast forward 5 months to Christmas Eve. I was playing around on my phone, sitting at the crib by myself, feeling bad and stuff for myself. I'm just kidding. And I jumped in her DMs, which I'm not that big dude like that, but I did that.
And you said,
I said hi.
No, that ain't what you said.
No, word up, man.
You
said, no, I didn't have her call me. Dude. She'll tell you exactly what I said. I wrote hi.
You said, come on and go with me.
Oh, bro.
Come on, go with my
Oh, I'm an R&B guy, man. You come on and get some DMX, but no. But either way, so in the scheme of it all, I contacted her 5 months later.
Right.
So we ended up going out on Christmas Eve and
Nice.
started over time what I consider to be a relationship.
Okay.
But then I thought about it. Did the relationship actually begin the day I met her? Because I would not have had the thought to call her or contact her if I had not initially met her. So
Right.
she did interest me from the minute I met her,
Right.
even though it was passing by. Good question. Just asking
Well,
for a friend.
well, for a friend. Well, you know, Tressa is like a dog with a bone. So she says on here, yep, that's the start of the 18 months.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah, exactly.
because we have surmised that even though we're dating or whatever we're doing, when is an appropriate time to see each other's kids and the mom and the dad? You know what I mean? Meet the grandparents. When is it the appropriate time to go
At the wedding?
to Virginia? At the wedding. To go
3 hours.
to go
Nice
to
meet y'all.
to go to Virginia at the family Thanksgiving. You know, where do you fall into that? You know, is that part of the dating?
I think that depends how old you are. You know, I mean, if you're like in your 20s and that's that whole early courtship, oh, this is
Right.
dope. Let's take the turnpike to grandma's.
Right.
Red
That's
Riding
cool.
Hood
That's
crap.
cool.
But I'm 54, dude. I'm not trying to meet nobody's mom. For real. Not because I'm a bad dude.
Right.
I got something to hide. I'm just not trying to hang out with your mom like that.
Wow.
I got my own mom.
Yeah.
And I don't need your mom mothering me. I'm an ARP age. You know what I mean?
Hey, come on now.
ARP, bro. So
Right.
I mean, I don't
So
need
when you
all that.
so when you grow up, when you get a little grown, I don't really need. So are you saying you don't really need? Because I
don't need
kind
your
of feel
kids' affirmation
approval. I don't need the approval of your mother.
or your kids or anybody but you.
He said her family knows about you after 4 months. Well, I guess they're a tight-knit family.
Well, show them my IG. Show them my Facebook page. Since we've been talking about that, you know, they can get this from me all about. Maybe even FaceTime real quick. But I'm kidding. I know I'm not actually.
Hello, man.
It's not trying to.
Yeah, go to
Brady. It's not a Brady Bunch.
go to doc.com. Oh my goodness. Well,
I mean, unless I met you at Hershey Park with all your kids,
oh, yeah, I
they
get
were all in tow. I know what's coming.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you pull up with a van. You know what I'm saying? They're like certain things will happen. But if I just meet you and it's just you standing there,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the person I'm talking to. That's how we're gonna work.
So if you're dating somebody, let's say for a year, and then you finally meet the kids or meet the family. Again, depending on how they view the relationship. You understand me?
Well, they may really like their dad. So,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
you ain't nothing.
Right.
You'll never be nothing.
And so
That's
you never,
real.
so that's real. You get in there and like,
You
I
gotta
don't like
buy
him.
Jordans for everybody.
Come for
So they like you for 1 weekend.
Right.
Okay. And on Monday, you ain't shit because you didn't show up with a trash suit.
So listen. And then it's a sour feeling when you've been messing with my daughter. My daughter's been talking about you. We've been asking to meet you, and we never get to see you. And then 2 years later, you show up. Hey, how you doing? A year later, hey, how you doing? I'm the guy who's been seeing your daughter. You know, and you know, dads are dads. So what is your plans from my daughter? I mean, y'all gonna get married or anything?
50 at 54, like, are you going to retire together? I think that might be the first question. How you plan on you ain't money saved for that home? You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole different thing. Like, I'm not raising kids with you.
Do
Well, I got
things,
my own kid.
things do change as the older you get.
Absolutely. I
And,
mean,
and mainly because of the of life circumstances because we've been through all this.
When I was 16, I fell in love like 4 times a day with 4 different people. You know what I mean? I'm almost 60 years old. I have some sense. You know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And everybody got stuff to unpack.
Yeah, they do.
Now, I'm not saying
Yeah,
my baggage is glossier than your baggage. Just because my luggage might be better, don't mean I ain't got the same.
I ain't got the same trash here.
But you know, like, what are you willing to accept? I mean, especially at our age, what are you willing to really? So I'm kind of set in my ways. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm not flexible or I don't bend or I'm not open to certain changes or alterations for the benefit of the relationship.
Right.
That's what you do. You compromise.
717. Oh, there it is. 717-889-7181. If I got to call it, because we get ready, really get into it in a minute because because it all depends on where you are in life. Eric is 54. I'm 57. You know what I mean? So some things I do understand, you know. I'm almost 60 years old. Why do I guess why am I meeting your parents?
I mean, at 24, I wanted to marry a cheerleader, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
Somebody
right.
jumping off the walls.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
right. You want to jump,
Flipping.
right? Flipping
Yeah, I'm
all
gonna jump
over.
with you. Yeah, no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
I want to marry.
I'm gonna marry a nurse.
Yeah. I want to marry somebody who got,
You know what I'm saying?
who
Like,
got Lipitor, who got who got some Lipitor.
you don't know. I'm telling you, marry a nurse.
Oh man, and I think our needs change.
Mine definitely did.
I think men and women's needs change as the relationship, as the older you get. So what you expect out of a relationship at 21 is totally different what you expect out of a relationship at
Agreed.
55.
Agreed.
You know, and I think sometimes we put the same parameters on the relationship as if we were young. You know, let's get matching
Tattoos.
let's matching short sets and you know, let's skip all over Hershey
Let's
Park.
even dress the dog up in it.
Look, and let's skip all over Hershey Park. You know what I mean? I ain't skipping nowhere. I got a power chair. You know what I mean? You can sit on my lap, but we can ride up that hill together. But you know, I'm not doing it. You know, 717.
I'm not your guy.
889-7181.
I'm somebody's guy.
717-889-7181. And so, yeah, I'm not, you know, I can't take long walks in the park, you know. I can't do that, you know.
I mean, I'm getting older. 20 years ago, I wouldn't have walked through a park.
Barbara Mosina says, Eric, would you date a younger woman if she was 35? She may want you to meet her family if the relationship is going okay. If the relationship is going strong and you're both on the same page.
Go ahead, call you on Kenny's Corner with your question or comment, please.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, hello.
Hey, how you doing, Kenny?
How you doing, Tressa?
Hi, Tressa.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, what's up?
He threw it out.
So.
Are you outside the studio? I'm just kidding.
Or you're willing to meet someone and date them
For years.
and enjoy all the benefits of a relationship
Absolutely.
and enjoy her and like her, but you want nothing to do with her children or her family.
I've already.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm not saying that that's in
But that's what
stone.
you said.
Oh, well, I feel like Kyrie right now. I mean, I understand what I said. So that's kind of like the pinnacle. So I don't want anyone I date, no one will ever be confused as to kind of where I am.
Right.
You know, and if I put those stops in, basically that's also saying that's code word for let's take this slow.
Real slow.
Like, you know, I'll go to church with you,
Okay.
but if I get to the pew and there's 20 of y'all sitting there, I feel like it's kind of
Setup.
jumped, and I've been there, and I don't want that. I'd rather get to know you because there's a whole lot of stuff for you to unpack. You're not 25, you first job, first whatever.
Right.
You've had experiences. I'd rather hear about your children.
But shouldn't you think about that before you're intimate with her?
Oh,
women
intimacy,
by
and
nature are very emotional.
I'm emotional. You want to watch me cry?
So
No,
I
I'm
don't
kidding.
think we're talking about intimate right now, though, right?
No, we're talking about relationship.
We're talking about
Because
when
there's
you
plenty
say-
of people in a relationship where there's no intimacy. Talk about a dry country.
so when you
Okay, so once you get into a relationship with her and it's been a year and a half,
Mhm.
that's when you want to meet her family and her children.
I mean, a year and a half really isn't that long. It's not. I mean,
It is when you 54, when you are.
no.
when
Can
you
you realize that COVID happened almost 3 years ago? COVID happened almost 3 years ago. That's how fast 2 times 1.5 goes.
No.
I understand.
So-
I mean,
so-
I've been-
so if we say this, that if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
You understand me?
yeah, I'm not going to duck.
I'm not going. Yeah, he's not going
duck
to
a
duck
situation.
to meet the mom, but that won't be his priority. And now we've been making 6 months, and I need to meet your mom.
And I've been in some situations where I actually like the mom more than I like the girl.
So what is that message? What is the
So
message?
what is it that's for when you're dating a woman? What are your motives? Like,
Oh, that depends on who she is.
That depends on.
That depends on who she is. No, I mean, when I used to drink, I looked for some drinkers every once in a while,
Yeah.
I like sports. If you like
Yeah.
going to sports events, I like going to sporting events. If you wanted, it just depends where the wind is blowing, to be honest with you. So I can't really know, not one person. I'm not going to, and I really apologize, Tress, if I miscommunicated. Let me say that at first. Like 18 months at my age seems like a reasonable amount of time, because it's going to take me time to get to know you, or like, what are your interests?
And that's only. I
And-
think that's only because
and
it's
like-
coming to you and you.
Yeah, and maybe I might be a little broken myself. I mean,
Right.
I'll tell you this: if I'm sitting here at 54 years old, I can tell you right now, no relationship I ever was in worked, because I'm not with that person.
Right.
So in some form or manner, there was a breakdown.
Right.
And I met parents and little brothers and cousins and did all that. So when the finality, when everything kind of came to an end, it's not just me coming to an end in a relationship with another person. It's now an end of a relationship with a family that also took me in,
Right.
and made and helped and allowed me to be part of their space. So I want to tread lightly out of just sincere respect for everyone involved. I mean, what if, let's say hypothetically, I'm with you and we're hanging out and you introduce me to everybody, and then just something happens and then you got to call all those people and say, we broke up.
So listen,
And
to
that sucks.
Barbara says, better tell them up front, and then a woman can make the decision if you're worth the wait. Now,
Can I get through dinner?
Now
Can we
let-
just try to meet
Hilarious.
first?
now let me.
That's gamble.
Well, hold
Life's a gamble.
Here's the thing. Yeah, that sounds good, but I don't care what a man or a woman tells the other person. If the other person really likes them, it doesn't even matter. You can tell a woman, or a woman can tell a man, listen, I'm not really into no relationship. I really don't want no long time. And you know what? Because you really like them, you know what you say? That's okay. No, we can just, we can just take it slow.
Right.
We can just take it slow. And you're taking it slow is almost like, I don't want to do it. I told you I didn't want to do it. And then when it goes bad, then the man or the woman says, but I told you this is not what I wanted anyway. So sometimes
A lot of people get punked into relationships.
yeah, like Maya Angelou said, when somebody tells you who you are, believe them. Just believe them. If somebody wants to say, listen, I don't want to meet your kids right away, you have to make a decision right then and there. Is this the kind of guy I want to be with? Is it fair enough?
I
Fair
think
enough.
when it comes to underage children, I think it is okay to wait. Because your grown children are not gonna care, oh, y'all broke up, they're not gonna care. But I think when it comes to underage children, I think there should be a weight limit.
Yeah,
Agreed.
agreed.
And I'm glad you put a different spin on that, because I was wondering like, what in the world?
This brother's.
It makes more sense now.
Okay.
Clarity is
Yeah,
what I
thank
needed.
you. Yeah,
Because I was waiting for this show all week.
yeah. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. I mean, I guess I'll take that as a compliment, me and K Rob. But I thank you very much, because your comments and my comments last week prompted me to think. I didn't just jump in on the show and type some words and just mind my business. I actually thought about my relationships and, things that I, even in my own right, I might have rushed.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's talk about intimacy for a moment. I might have been intimate and intimacy was hot.
okay.
I might have been more willing to jump into the relationship because I was clouded by the intimacy.
Mm,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
happens a
We've
lot.
all been
That
there.
happens a
You know what
lot.
I'm saying? I've seen some girls with some simple cats, but he must be that dude.
He must
you
be
know?
that dude.
And so with that being said, it's all like he said, it's subjective.
It's-
It all depends on the person.
And so it is so. Excuse me. This is Kenny's corner.
Know this.
This is Kenny's corner.
You, hot every day.
Who?
Pop Belly Pig. You have a Pop Belly Pig
Do I own a pig?
on Rudy Road? Did you ever have a? I don't know.
I don't know what she's talking about.
It's not him.
Okay, it must have been you. I used to see a guy that lived on Rudy Road, and I always thought it was you. This was years ago. And I was like, you own
What, over by Klein Village?
This is Dr. Eric Waters. I'm not living.
Not a pig farmer. Not a pig farmer on the hill.
I don't live in Taylor Park.
houses.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a oxymoron right there, and that's why Rudy Road. Just kidding.
But listen. Thank you for calling in. Tressa. You've been wonderful.
You're awesome.
Kenny.
Yo, peace.
Thanks.
Yo, you're awesome. Thanks. You have a great weekend. God bless you as well.
So
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Are we in a relationship? Yeah, just because of that exchange.
yeah, right. So I think when it comes to what people expect and want, I don't really believe it's really what we say. It's all about what they want. Because we can say it. I don't want this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But for the sake of them wanting to be with us. And then when it goes wrong, we go, was it Daryl? Pop Belly Pig. Just turn it on and I'm confused. Man, Daryl, that's Tressa's best. 717-889-7181. It comes to a point where you have to be responsible for you. You have to know what you want in a relationship. Jarrell says, specify the intent from the beginning. Be real, regardless of whatever it might be. Can't be selfish. You have to allow.
Allow the person to have the choice of the terms of the relationship with truth.
Yes. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
But
But
even if you give them the truth, and see, this is the part.
and people hear what they want to hear,
Oh
man.
my goodness. Even
My mom hears what she wants to hear. See, that did not come out of my mouth.
even if you give them the truth, if somebody wants to be with you bad enough, they'll ignore that.
You might get me a soda and I say, thanks, love you. They think I fell in love with him. They gonna be home and say, he loves me. No, I don't. And I said, love you, thank you.
She said, Tressa said, this is called having your cake and eat it too.
54, you're absolutely correct.
But you know what? Hold on. Now I'm getting ready to go to another. I'm getting ready to switch gears. That comment right there. I'm glad you said that, Tressa. That comment right there makes absolutely no sense. 0 cents. That comment has to be the craziest comment I ever heard. You want to have, watch this, your cake
And eat it too.
and eat it too. Yes, it's my cake. I would love to eat a piece of my cake. I don't want my cake and give it to you.
I don't want to bake it either. You know what I mean? I'm going through everything.
Ugh.
No.
It doesn't make sense. I know what the intent of the comment is. I know the intent. But if you look at the phonetic of the word, who you want to have your cake and eat it too. Well, who doesn't want their cake and eat it too?
Are relationships a competition for control? I mean, that's kind of whack.
She says you want to have all the privileges of a woman while keeping your options open.
Privileges? I don't understand.
Ooh, you're touching on words here.
I'm a wordsmith. I don't understand privileges.
Well,
what are the privileges?
Ooh,
Is that like a benefit?
the benefits. He said the benefits. So I think she
Really?
means the benefits.
Hmm.
That's
Where
not
are
good.
you?
That's not a good word.
I don't like your friends.
Uh,
I mean, where's the benefits? Still waiting on mine.
Tressa, you throwing up some hot words here. You understand, but this is a Christian show.
Yes, this is Christian, so I'd appreciate no.
So you're on the chain. But so I think we can be honest. I think we need to be honest.
From the door.
From the door. But I think so many of us aren't honest, though.
They're not honest with themselves.
They're not honest with
You
themselves.
be in a relationship and you don't even have one with yourself.
Avery Hyman, what is the question? Avery, the question is, how long should you be in a relationship or date somebody before you consider yourselves in a relationship?
So also too, is that like spoken so that like people know you're together? Like
Yeah.
you tag them? That's the new, I mean,
Yeah.
like once again,
Kenny's in a relationship with so-and-so.
Right.
And then listen, how many times y'all seen this? Kenny's in a relationship with Janet Jackson, and then you go to Janet Jackson's page and it's nothing.
Right.
It's absolutely nothing on their page.
Facebook.
You're not even on.
Yeah, Facebook, you're not even a friend. Like Facebook, you can get humiliated, huh?
Oh, and this is what I mean comes in. Then you go and go, yo, why aren't you putting me on your page? Oh, I'm gonna get to it.
Because you in the pocket, dog. That's why you in the pocket date.
Yes, I'm telling you, that's how it happened.
That's bad business.
Eric said there's a hidden conversation in here. Yeah.
There's an elephant in the room. I guess let's bring it out. Folks. Someone tell me what it is.
Yes, there is a hidden conversation in this room because I'm telling you, man, you have so many directions when it comes to relationships, and people aren't honest.
And you can't tell.
People want what they want, period. So you're trying to tell me and right now I don't have no woman. So you're trying to tell me that if I was to hit that $1 billion lotto.
I thought you said if you were to hit.
No. No. That $1 billion lotto. Oh. Prospects out the door. Oh, I didn't know you liked me. Oh, hey, Mrs. Spellman.
Yeah.
From 8th grade. I didn't know you liked me.
Everybody's showing up.
Everybody's showing up.
Mailman hanging out. You got another letter.
Yeah. He's just writing stuff.
Mailing them to you.
So what I'm saying is, it's all situation.
Yeah.
It's all situation.
And I think it's important because in a lot of cases, and let's all be real, people, it's not the relationship that you're moving into. In a lot of cases, it's the one you're moving away from. Because relationships change you. and you become a pair, and then let's say it doesn't work. Now it's going to take you a while, and maybe some people have to heal. Some people have to get back up on that horse of dating. There's a lot of scenarios, you might have really jerked in your last relationship, and you like got scar tissue from it. You're not ready to jump in. You might have let's say once again, you brought it up. Let's say, I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but I'm saying, I really fell for you. Everybody got J's. I'm buying Christmas trees like I'm their dad.
Yeah.
And then June comes, spring, your butt's out, and you don't like me no more.
You don't like me no more.
Everybody got J's.
So
Christmas pictures is dope. Then all of a sudden you take my pictures off Facebook like you never even knew me.
Never even knew me.
You ghost me.
So
Like
crazy.
I'm saying it never happened to me.
What
but-
did I've been Casper. What did Daryl say, Chris? Can you read that?
The public declaration matters less, if at all, compared to the understanding you both reached. After all, what's understood by us doesn't have to be explained to anyone else.
Agreed. 100.
Agreed.
100.
100%.
And love can look any way you want it to look. Why use Kenny Robb to define how my love looks?
Right.
Why would I care?
Right. You would need, Hank Green says you would need a catcher's mitt for all the tail that you would be throwing at you if I hit the $1 billion. He said, I would need a catcher's mitt.
Yeah, absolutely. You had to rent a couple cats.
Oh my goodness.
This would be picking people up off the street.
Daryl says, bottom line, it's all about open and honest communication between him and her to the point that they both understand.
Well, and once again, communication is key. And I'm gonna take it back to social media and texting and all that.
What you
Like we text and communicate with people in such odd ways.
Right.
I mean, my daughter, she doesn't live with me. She geographically, she lives very close to me. But she texts me, I have no idea what she's even talking about.
Oh,
I have to call her on the phone and be like, can we talk? Because I'm not getting this.
text is the worst type of it is the worst type of communication.
Horrible.
Because you can have a whole fight because you can't text how you say it.
You can't hear the tone of my
You
voice.
can't hear the tone of my
emotion.
voice. You
It's
can't see if I'm
flat.
playing.
Flat.
Yeah.
Like I love you doesn't even read well on a text. Yeah, all right. So
Tressa says that's all player terms. But when you say like, hey, well, I'm coming over, and you go, I can't wait. Well, what's that supposed to mean? When I'm done there, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. It means I can't wait.
you live in a relationships of riddles. And it's like, take it how you want to. That's how people really are. Like, receive it how you want. Everyone's a mystery, influencer.
Daryl says facts. Text is terrible
Whack.
because it doesn't convey tone or tenor. That is so true. That is so true. More people have gotten arguments because, well, you text yeah instead of yes.
How about I responded? How about that one?
How
Let's
about
start with
that?
I cared enough to respond. I mean, means something, some value. Right? It doesn't have some value.
The Tressa said, I'm coming over means one thing.
What's it mean, Tressa?
What does that mean?
School me.
Oh, now come on now. It don't mean just one thing now. I'm coming over can mean a whole lot of
Is
things.
it before dinner or after dinner?
Okay, you put it into context now.
I like coming to eat.
You put,
After this.
Wings? You have wings?
oh, she
I'm
said,
coming over.
he just sex according to Doc it does. Y'all funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. Daryl, thank you for your, oh, here we go. Can't wait. Meaning I can't wait to see you, or I can't wait. So I'm going to do something or something else. You're right, Daryl. I can't wait.
Cryptic.
Well,
Like
what do you
you
mean you
said.
can't wait? You mean you can't wait for me to get to your house?
I can't wait for you. I got somewhere to be.
No, I can't wait. Now you got to explain what I can't. Listen, you got to explain what I can't wait means. When in the history of English, when you're talking to somebody face to face, they go, "I'm coming over," and you go, "Babe, I can't wait." That has to be explained. But in text, it has to be explained. Just OMG, all this mess.
See, and then that's why it took 18 months.
Yeah,
We got to run this one through.
18 years, and after 18 years, you find out the kid wasn't even his.
God, that
Wow,
would suck.
and that happens.
Probably more than I even know.
Oh my God.
Bro.
We are concluding, starting a relationship should be through telephone and not texting. Yes, Barb. Yes. Justin said, but can she get $10?
Can I get $10?
Justin said, but can they get $10 from you?
Can you change your car tire? No, I'm kidding. I mean, if you need $10, I knew that was coming up. I knew that was coming up. But what I was really saying is,
Look, car stranded, person home. Can she get $10?
I'm dating you.
Yeah, can I get $10?
You know, if I'm dating you, of course I'd come get you, and we make sure we use AAA to get your car off the road.
Okay,
All right.
right.
And then we'll put everything in order the next day. Daddy got it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I mean, if I just met you and you're like, yo, I need $10. That's how it was conveyed to me last week.
Can I get that 10 spot?
10. I shouldn't be standing next to you. My kid's 16. She can pull out a stat. You know what I mean? I need $10.
So Barb said, let's stop texting and let's start talking. Let's stop all the confusion. Yes, Barb, please. But Barb, we're in a generation, like at first I thought it was just the young people. But I got grown people going, oh, I don't like talking on the phone no more. I just rather text. And as soon as you text something that they don't like or they miss,
Ghost.
it's all, man, it's over.
And people don't like talking because they don't know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? The telephone was invented for
talking,
reason.
for communication.
Yeah, people don't know how to communicate. You see it. That's why people are killing everybody. Like, it's ridiculous.
Tristan said, after all she's given, you playing Twister. You think you should help her?
What?
She just.
But the relationships are tough now.
Yeah.
And they look so different. I mean,
Flip was a switch, baby. I love him. Oh, it's tough. That's them talking to each other. So let's stop talking. Let's stop texting. Let's start talking.
yeah.
Let's be more honest when we're starting to date somebody and court somebody. Let them know your intentions. And I'm talking this for men. You know what? It's men and women because they both got games. But because I am a man, I'm gonna talk to the man. Come on, man. If you have no intentions on taking this relationship somewhere, leave this one alone. You can see how a woman looks at you. You really can. You can see her just doting all over you. Listen, then we get what we want, and then we go, hey, how am I gonna ease out of this thing? You know what I mean? And then you're looking at her all crazy. She's like, what's wrong? She's like, I just don't understand. How long you gonna do that? And she's like, do what? You know, all that breathing stuff, in and out, and in and out, and in and out. You know, when are you gonna stop? I'm out of here. No, I meant it. Man to woman conversation, yes. What did you say, Tressa? I used to dote on you. All right. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, boy, I tell you, this is the fastest hour on the radio, baby. And you know what I always say? I can't control what happens on the corners of New York City, DC, Baltimore, Washington, but I can always control what happens right here on Kenny's Corner. Oh. Can I get some? Can I get some?
Yeah, it was a very nice show. Yeah, that was wonderful. That hour went by so fast, man. Wow, dude, thank you. Thanks for letting me talk, man.